This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, it is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday here in the morning sprint. Mark Peterson is here to tell us about even more cold weather on the way, and Destiny Richards will explain how you can prepare your body for daylight saving time that's coming up in just a few days. But we begin with news out of the Idaho legislature. The House has approved a bill that looks to ban gender reassignment surgeries and gender-affirming health care for minors. Supporters say this measure is needed to prevent young people from going forward with decisions that will make them sterile. Critics call it government intrusion into agonizing family decisions that will result in some young people attempting suicide without the treatment they need. And Governor Brad Little has announced he will lift Idaho's public health emergency disaster declaration on April 15th, saying that he hopes the recent drop in COVID cases and hospitalizations means the pandemic is on a downward trend. He says the April 15th date gives hospitals and other healthcare providers a chance to plan for that transition. As gas prices continue to rise, experts say right now is the perfect time to check on your car's fuel efficiency, keeping up with regular maintenance like oil changes, tire rotations, and get your fuel injection clean to get the most out of every drop of gas. Get ready to spend a little extra when booking your next plane ticket, as jet fuel prices are also on the rise. The International Air Transport Association's Jet Fuel Price Monitor estimates that as of March 4th, prices have increased by 27% in just 1 week and by more than 96% from last year. Travel experts suggest it is probably best to book now. Products at stores are beginning to shrink in both size and quantity. Everything from slimmed down toilet paper and fewer cookies in the bag to less conditioner. Retail industry experts say record levels of inflation are costing companies more to produce all sorts of items, so they can either raise prices or give you less. It's called shrinkflation. Hiking prices is a last resort for many companies because they know you'll notice it and it could hurt the demand for their products.
Hi, good morning, everybody. In our first alert weather, we're sitting at 23 degrees. It is a cool start to the day. Satellite and radar, all the energy that we saw with scattered showers around our region yesterday are now moved into Oregon and parts of southern Idaho. High pressure moving in. Things are going to look really nice. Over the next 12 hours, we're going to see plenty of sunshine, but cool temperatures. 19 heading out the door potentially. 29 as we get into the noon hour, and then 34 will be our high about 3 o'clock. And you see the sun sets, temperature cools. 19 for the overnight low tonight.
And the start of daylight saving time is now just days away. Each year we set our clocks forward and lose an hour's sleep, but should we be concerned about how that loss of sleep affects our bodies? Well, according to the Sleep Foundation, we're most vulnerable to sleep deprivation in the transition from standard time to daylight saving time. This is because of how sunlight affects our natural sleep-wake cycle. But making a few changes to your sleep habits as soon as this week can make the transition a lot smoother this weekend. The Sleep Foundation provides these tips online for how to prepare for daylight saving time each year and improve your sleep overall. For more information on how daylight saving time affects our bodies, see this story on KXLY.com.
And if you haven't already heard, and how could you not have heard, the Seahawks have traded franchise quarterback Russell Wilson to the Denver Broncos. In return, quarterback Drew Lock, defensive lineman Shelby Harris, and tight end Noah Fant will be joining the Seahawks, along with, this is important, 5 draft picks, including 2 first-rounders and 2 second-rounders. Coming up next on Good Morning America, we all know that Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas have some serious Grammy hardware on their mantle, but could they nab an Oscar as well? The pair is nominated for Best Original Song for their No Time to Die Bond theme. And this morning, they're going one-on-one with Chris Connolly. Getting treated for COVID-19 has become a whole lot easier thanks to the new nationwide Test to Treat initiative. There will be hundreds of places from pharmacies to health centers where you can get tested, and if your results come back positive, you can immediately get Pfizer's antiviral pill for free as part of the president's national COVID-19 preparedness plan. And it'll also include efforts to make sure people know new treatments are available and how important it is to get treated when you are symptomatic. For the first 7 months of the pandemic, nearly 10 million cancer screenings in the U.S. were missed. And with many screening appointments delayed, cancer patients have been getting diagnosed later, often with more severe disease that's harder to treat. Doctors have also had to change treatment plans, canceling surgeries and delaying therapies like chemo. If you have cancer, it's important, or more important than ever, to work closely with your medical team and plan ahead. And a new study has found that concussions may lead to a higher risk of kids developing mental health problems. They found that concussed youths had a 40% increased risk of developing a mental health issue compared with kids in that same age who had just an orthopedic injury. That study coming out of Canada.